Well, now to the coronavirus in Maryland. For the first time in months, more than 1,000 new cases were reported in 24 hours. Hospitalizations have more than doubled since late September. And with cases surging, Baltimore County Public Schools now backing off plans to have children with disabilities return to some schools for in-person learning. Plans to have staff return in some capacity also being put on hold. Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman says that a surge in his county also will delay reopening plans. And now health experts fear that the uptick in COVID cases may be one of those surges we were first warned about when the pandemic began. Rachel Carden joins us live from Johns Hopkins. And Rachel, I understand you spoke to a healthcare professional about why contact tracing has gotten harder.
Well, Denise, a big reason is because businesses are open and people are actually going inside. And maybe if you're in a restaurant or a bar, you might not know everybody in the room. So if you become positive and a contact tracer calls you, it's impossible to identify all the people that you were in contact with. Now, that is obviously an issue for them, and they're encouraging people to avoid being inside, especially if precautions are not being taken. 10 more people have died, 33 new cases admitted to the hospital, and 1,000 more positive infections of COVID-19 reported in the last 24 hours.
When we reopen indoor areas where people are gathering close together, particularly where they're consuming food or beverages and don't wear masks indoors, that we do see cases tick up.
With the state positivity rate creeping up to 4.1%, the highest rate in Maryland since August, health professionals say this is one of the surges they were worried about.
They said we were going to have a fall surge, and I think we've seen it starting. It certainly sought out Midwest, and I guess it's coming closer here now.
With the colder temps of fall and winter and the holiday season right around the corner, our decisions make all the difference.
It's what we do now to kind of reduce that transmission that matters.
One of the main pillars of fighting the pandemic has been contact tracing, but that process has gotten much harder because more spaces are open and you likely don't know all the people around you, which is why many continue to avoid dining indoors.
No, I'm definitely going to stay clear of indoor spaces. I'll continue to support the local restaurants through carryout.
And even if you do know who you've been around, you might not want to tell contact tracers who they are.
Particularly if those contacts will have to quarantine and may lose income because of that step. But the more we do it, the quicker we can get this transmission under control.
Health experts say limiting the number of people you're around, wearing your mask, and avoiding indoor areas and gatherings are still key elements to fighting this virus. And it's really important that we touch on these things with Thanksgiving just a few weeks away. You're encouraged to get tested before you're around family and friends, and of course, stay home if you're not feeling well. We're live at Johns Hopkins. I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.